It may surprise you to learn that many Americans are unbanked. Amanda Hardy is here to explain in today's MoneyWise segment. It's an interesting phrase or an interesting title, unbanked.
Yes.
What are we talking about?
So about 5.2% of Kentuckians in the year 2021 are not banking, which means they are not using any kind of credit union or bank.
No institutional banking.
No, they are not depositing money into a fund.
Okay, and the reasons are?
Well, there are two main reasons. One being that they don't trust. They don't trust the banks or the facilities. And then the other one is they feel like they don't have enough money. They aren't making enough money to put into it.
Because there's a minimum balance?
There may be a minimum balance, but not everybody's like that. You know, what I always tell people is do your homework, check out all the different places that you might be interested in keeping your money, and then go from there. There's a lot of discounts for instance, if you're a student or you're a senior, a lot of times they will waive some of those fees that you might have to pay. And one thing is, you know, check around and see which one offers the best. And then like my checking account, I don't pay for it. You know, and I don't feel like if I'm putting my money into something, I should have to pay for it. So that's another drawback. And a lot of times people just think they don't check into it. They
right, to do the homework, right.
Yes, yes.
Well, you know, we talked about this just a little bit before we came on the air. Mm-hmm. All of these pay services that we have access to, we have PayPal, Venmo, those kinds of things. What impact are those services having on this, you know, lack of use of a bank?
Yes, that's great. Yes, so they are having a huge impact because people are trusting those entities, and they're not always secure like a bank or credit union is. So you're taking a chance. You know, you can pay somebody by PayPal or Venmo, but if you've got the bank or a loan facility backing you up, that's secure. You know, you can always, you know, contact your bank if something happens, and they will help you take care of it. Where if you don't have that and you're just dumping money into PayPal or Venmo or some of the other ones, it's not secure.
And I guess you're paying them every time you make a transaction, right?
You are, and you have to be careful because sometimes I've realized when I do it, if you say from a friend or a business transaction, one or the other may charge you. And they'll actually take money away. So you really...
From that actual deposit?
From that actual deposit. So you've got to be careful and pay attention to what you're doing and really, really research it.
That's so interesting. I don't use either one of those, and so I don't really know what all the ins and outs are. I know it's convenient for people who are vendors, for people who are like working at a market or whatever else, that they can just, you know, do the transaction right there.
Absolutely. Yeah, and it is convenient. One thing that, for instance, like you can do is have a credit card set up to connect to that, say Venmo, and then your credit card, if something goes wrong, they can always dispute the charges.
So you still got an institution backing.
You still have an institution, but if you're just putting your money into that and you're using it as a savings account, that's not good.
Don't recommend it.
No,
okay.
Not at all, not at all.
Thank you, Amanda.
Thank you.
We'll be back with more lifestyles right after this. Check it out.